Right, if everybody wants to mute yourself, that would be great. And we will get started. Um, so we are going to talk about the importance of front loading and how we can get a little creative with sharing this catalog that we are very blessed with. So I would hope by now that you guys already have your catalogs, you already have your testers, you already have the stuff you need to get your business started with this new catalog, right? Our new catalog season. Um, and usually when we talk about front loading, it's like usually party oriented, like, okay, we have to front load all of our parties. It's not always just party front loading. You have to think about front loading in a different aspect. Like when we were all ordering our supplies and getting all of our things, we were front loading because we were preparing for this new catalog. When we knew we could order those testers, 15 days in advance, when we knew we could order all those things, we knew we could order the books, we could get all the things. We were front loading because we were getting ready for the season. When I knew I could get those stickers, because that's how I was going to market stuff this year, I knew I wanted to try the scented sticker idea. I needed to make sure I got that so I could front load and be ready for the new catalog. But another important thing we need to remember is even if you didn't front load for February, okay, you're like, okay, I just kind of am winging it. I didn't front load in January for the month and I'm not where I want to be. You just kind of have to sit back and think, okay, where do I want to be? Set those goals and it's not too late. You can still have a successful February and still think about front loading March. You know what I mean? But you can still, well, I'm got to keep adding people in. Sorry, guys. I got to make sure I pay attention to this so people are sitting in the waiting room. So you have to think about where you are today, where you want to be in 2 weeks, and then do your miniature front load for this month, and then think about where you want to be for the next month. So let's talk about party front loading though a little bit. I did a little bit of front loading with parties in January for February, but the majority of my front loading was order front loading because I knew I wanted to personally place a big order February 1st. So I wanted to start sharing the things. We don't ever want to overshare too early, but you want to start sharing so you can actually get those orders placed the first couple days of the month, because as we all know, we hate seeing that zero, right? February 1st comes around, you see that zero and you're like, nope, I hate seeing that zero. You want to get it up there. So I front loaded by make sure I got all my marketing materials out to the people so they could see the things first, and then sharing the things so they could get it in their head what they wanted, send me their pre-orders, and then I could place that order. But I front loaded parties too. People want to see the new stuff. How did I creatively do it? I literally went through that book. I wish I had a book in front of me. I would go through the book and I said, oh my gosh, that moon over Jupiter. Like Facebook blessed me in that way on my VIP page because I posted the moon over Jupiter and people are like going bonkers over it. They just love how it looks. So I got pre-orders for it that way. But say, for example, I just had an order for it in a party tonight, the little country canister thing, you know what I'm talking about, that has a sunshine reflection on the back. All of my people that order Prairie Pitcher, all those people that I know that like love the country chic look, you best believe I was private messaging them. And I was like, look at this new warmer that's coming out, you guys. This is so cute. Like I would message with people, I would text them if I saw something that was super glittery, like I did with the Valentine collection, like that glitter mini. If I knew people who had ordered the, chard warmer and they like those types of warmers, you need to seek out your customers, find those people who you know their taste. And that's where it's important that you develop these relationships with your customers. So you know their taste and you can personalize things for them. And they're going to appreciate that even more because that is the customer service you bring to the table. So I think a lot of my customers love that because they know I know their style and they know I'm very honest about fragrance too. Like if you guys ever see any of my videos that I do, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I did one on the new 10 bars the other day. I'm like, and I've been telling people like they want to order Oh Snapdragon and I'm like, it's okay. It's not very strong. Like I'm very honest. I'm like, if you wanted a strong fruity scent, I would go for hibiscus pineapple or something else. I like Oh Snapdragon. I'll get you a sample of it, but I want you to be really happy. Like, I tried to warm the scent so I can tell them the truth. If you want to order it, I'm not going to tell you no, but I'm just telling you, if you want a lighter scent, perfect, you know, but if you want something stronger, and they appreciate that about you. So don't be afraid to be honest about your opinions, because they look to you for that, because you are the scentsy consultant. You are the one that knows the most about the products. So sharing those things with your customers is going to be one of the best things that keeps them coming back to you, and knowing that you are going to be honest with them at all times, and knowing those personal things about them is something that will stick in their minds too. So if you don't know right now where your PRV is going to come from, and you're a little bit worried about it, and you're like, okay, I need to bulk up my February, I'm not sure what's happening. Scentsy provides some great tools too. Did you notice it when you go on your workstation right now? There is a thing that says your newsletter is going to go out soon. Personalize it. Have you guys ever personalized your newsletter? You can personalize your newsletter, and Scentsy makes it really easy. You don't have to be, you know how to like do web analytics or anything to personalize your newsletter. You go in there and you can just type things in. If you have a special you want to offer someone about parties, like Janelle was talking about, she needs more parties this month, you should personalize your newsletter, Janelle, and go in there and say, hey, for anybody who can book a party with me this month, book a qualifying party on me, I will get you a counter clean. And this is compliant because those offers can only be made one-on-one, and an email is a one-on-one conversation and communication. So utilize that newsletter to give your customers a personal special. Maybe that's the extra sales tactic you need to maybe get some more parties in your books. Utilize that. So I thought that was a really good tip, and I heard that from my friend. So I was like, oh my gosh, that is good, because I wondered about the compliance issue, but I'm like, no, it's a one-on-one communication, so it's perfect. When you're talking about parties with your customers, when you're getting orders from your customers for random things, don't be afraid to ask them to turn it into something more. You don't even have to say the word party. Get creative with it, and you can say things like personal shopping link. I know we've talked about this a lot, but maybe there's some new people who don't know about it. So personal shopping link is a party, but people don't like the word party. So you have somebody that gives you an order for a 6-pack of bars and a new warmer. Oh my gosh, I love that. Hey, would you ever be interested in me turning this order into a personal shopping link for you? You can share the link with a couple of friends, maybe your coworkers, and then if you get $200 in orders, you get a bunch of free and half price Scentsy. Oh, well, yeah, I guess my order's already, you know, what, say it's nearly $80 because they've got a warmer and a 6-pack of bars. Turn it into a personal shopping link. You get a couple more orders, you're there, you know, and then those are new people that you're meeting, people you didn't have in your arsenal before, people that are new to your contact list who now are going to help you keep growing. Annalise, this could be great for you, because we've had this conversation the last couple, like we were chatting on Messenger, and you're like, I need to grow my network. All of us need to grow our network. Parties is the best way to grow your network. Parties, parties, parties. We are a party business. That's how we originated. We're a party business. So how are you going to meet? How are you going to grow your network? You need to have more parties. You need to meet more people. And how you do that is just by talking to everybody. Okay. So I think if you don't have the parties in your books, and you don't have people flocking to you for the parties, try to make the parties out of those individual orders as much as you can. And I think that will help a lot. Let's see. So those, another front loading thing too, is looking at your Scentsy Club orders. So in the order history, you can look at your Scentsy Club, what you have coming up and what you have like in the past, like, okay, you made, you know, $300 on Scentsy Club orders last month, you have this much coming up. So I'll look at that and I'll be like, okay, I only have, you know, $400 in Scentsy Club coming up in February. I need to make sure I balance that out somehow. I need to get another party on my books because of my, you know, $2,000 goal or whatever. So I know we are all doing a good job of hopefully promoting Scentsy Club, because it is legit one of the best things we could do, like to grow your business and to have that constant, never have to worry about it PRV month after month. I love Scentsy Club for that. I love Scentsy Club for that. It is such an amazing perk. And just so you guys know, if you ever do have someone join your team that has a Scentsy Club, you can transfer that club to them as the consultant. So I have somebody that's likely going to join tonight. She has a scentsy club with me. So then I will call scentsy and I'll say, hey, transfer Monica's scentsy club to her because she is now the consultant. If it's Monica's mother that has the scentsy club with me, we can't do that. You can't do it for family members or friends of that new consultant. But if it's in the consultant's name, you then can transfer it. Okay. Which obviously you would do. Like, you're not going to keep a scentsy club of a team member, right? Now let's talk a little bit about this. I want to focus a little bit on what that video with Stacey Behringer. I just love how she touched on the importance of this catalog and what this catalog is going to do for us this season, and how we are setting ourselves up for success in the busy fall months right now. It doesn't feel like it, but it is so, so true, you guys. This catalog is setting us up for the fall. What we do now is going to affect how our business is 6 months from now. It's really the truth. When we get to those busy times, if we're building, if we're expanding our network, if we're building our teams, think about how much of a better place you'll be in come August and September when our new incentive starts. You're going to be more likely to get paid at title. You're going to be more likely to have such a bigger team that you built that you're going to be paid at title and even promote. You're going to have a bigger network of customers. So you have more parties in the fall, so then you can meet even more people. So I want you guys to think of it in that way, even though the spring and summer is usually thought of in the scentsy world as kind of like a little bit more of a rest time. Like, okay, it's a little lower. You might not be as busy.
Hello.
Meeting. You might not be as busy. So it can be that a little bit of a rest time, and that's okay. But you also need to utilize everything that Scentsy's giving us to have a successful time right now and think toward the future of what it's going to do for you 6 months down the road and where you can be when that really heavy fall season starts too. Speaking of other things we have coming, not only do we have this gorgeous new catalog, that's what cracks me up when people are be like, nobody wants to buy anything. I can't sell this to anybody. Really? We have a gorgeous new catalog, and Scentsy gives us LTOs every single month. We have 2 new buddies coming. Did you guys watch the month-end video with Heidi and Orville? We have 2 more buddies coming, that really cute octopus and then the sea lion, I think. So we have 2 of those coming, and then they're doing the 10 bar thing. Like, that's going to be huge, you guys. And I'll do a quick explanation on that just in case people didn't understand it. But what they're doing, and what I'm guessing is, they overproduced a little bit for the 10 bar special, or I'm sorry, for the Bring Back My Bars in December when we had our Bring Back My Bars. So they have probably an influx of some of those bars left. So they're doing a deal for us where consultants, customers, we can offer this to anybody, 10 bars for $40 of any of the bringbacks from December, mix and match. That's amazing. So Esther cannot wait to get 10 bars of pumpkin marshmallow. Like, she's totally going to do it. And no, just kidding. Nobody's going to buy that scent. There will be leftover pumpkin marshmallow. But it's such a great thing to offer, and what a deal. I do a 10 bar special with my customers all the time, and the cheapest I can ever offer to them is 10 bars out the door for $42. So I'm super excited to offer them 10 bars for $40. That's going to be sweet. And you can promote that. You can promote the new buddies when we find all that out sometime this month, and everything else in the catalog. So I just want us to remember, like, not only do we have this awesome catalog, but Scentsy also gives us these extra things to get excited about. And there's going to be LTOs all through the season. What did they say? I think Lacey from home office did give like a little sneak peek, and I posted on the team page, was like, there was going to be 70 some LTOs throughout the season or something. It's like, oh my gosh, how much extra stuff can they come up with? So I thought that was pretty awesome. And I want you guys also to remember, with this new catalog, kind of like how I touched on a little bit earlier, just posting on your VIP page, beautiful, love it. I'll harp on it again. Use photos, use yourself, put yourself in the pictures, take selfies with our products. People want to see you. They want to see real life. They want to see you using the products. They want to see how you use them in your daily life. I did a live on my page today, changing wax and putting talking about the bricks and putting brick cubes in my warmers and showing the warmers, and oh yeah, and then I got to feature some of the warmers that came back. Do lives as much as you can. Showcase yourself. They want to see you, and they want to see how Scentsy is useful in your life. But just doing Facebook posts, just going live on your page, just doing those random things on Facebook and on social media is not going to be enough. You have to get uncomfortable. You have to talk to people. You have to private message them. You have to text them, and you have to follow up. I suck at follow up, and I will admit it all day long. I'm not good at it. I am blessed and lucky that I've had such a busy season that orders, I mean, thank you, Lord, that they just keep coming to me. They do. I have really, really loyal customers that come back for more and kind of just tell me, hey, I want this, I want this, I want this. So it's been keeping me really busy. But I'm going to come to a lull here this summer where I'm going to be like, oh crap, why aren't they coming to me anymore? Well, because Beth, you weren't following up like you should have. Even those customers that keep coming back to me over and over again, I still need to be following up with them, asking them how they like their stuff. Now, granted, I do a really good job on my thank you mail and my VIP mail, and I treat my customers like gold, and I make sure every time I have an order that I personally deliver or I get an order on my website, you best believe they're getting thanked very well. But following up on, how'd you like that scent? Oh, you got the little garden warmer. Like, where did you put it in your house? What's your favorite fragrance you picked out? I'm not that good at that. So I need to remember, just because things are really busy right now doesn't mean come June, things are going to slow down a little bit, and then I'm going to wish I would have been better with my follow-up. So I'm trying to ingrain that in my brain right now, so I remember to be better about my follow-up, because things aren't always going to be this lucky. See what I'm saying? We need to get uncomfortable. Nobody was ever successful from being comfortable. I did not get to where I am today by being comfortable and just sitting here and letting the orders flow in. That's not how it happens. There was a time that I was going to follow up, and it's taken 5 years to build my business to where it is. But you have to get uncomfortable. You have to. If you don't get uncomfortable, you're going to stay right where you're at. What else do I have in my notes here? Being intentional about your posts. We kind of talked about that. My friend, I watched her live on her team page today, so I'm taking a lot of inspiration from that. But one thing she touched on too is, and it sounds like a broken record, I know we've talked about this a lot, but we need to remember we're the only one in control of our business. We're not dependent on our sponsor to run our business. We're not dependent on our superstar director or our director to run our business. We're the only one responsible for our business. Our sponsor's not going to follow up with our customers for us. We're the only ones that are going to do it. So we just have to remember that we are solely responsible for the success we are going to have today, tomorrow, and next week. And you're never going to regret doing the hard things. You're never going to look back and be like, man, I'm so pissed that I followed up with all those people and I got 2 parties out of that, all those follow-ups. Man, I'm so mad that I reached out to 15 people and 2 people said yes to the joint opportunity. I'm so mad I did that. You're never going to be mad about the things that you try hard at. You're never going to be mad about the things that made you get out of your comfort zone and they worked for you. You're going to hear no's all day long. It's just a word. I think that's what Stacey Behringer said. It's just a word. Don't worry about it. Brush it off. And let me tell you a little story. Learn a lesson from me and don't make the mistake I made. This just happened to me the other day. I'm scrolling on Facebook. One of my good customers who's ordered from me about 4 times now, did pretty good about following up with her for this one. I, sent her a nice happy mail and everything. And then all of a sudden I see her on Facebook and she's sharing Norwex and just on her personal page. And I'm like, oh man. And then somebody commented, oh, are you just sharing this product because you like it, or are you a representative now? She goes, I just joined. I'm so excited. And I'm like, son of a gun. I bet you if I would have asked her, she might have joined Scentsy. And I missed the opportunity. And I wrote her a message and I said, Samantha, I'm so mad at myself right now because I feel like I missed an opportunity to have you join Scentsy because you joined Norwex, which, hey, I love Norwex. And I told her that. I'm like, I love Norwex. I use their products. They're a fantastic company. But I'm kicking myself because I wish I would have asked you to join Scentsy because maybe you would have been a consultant on my team. Don't ever hesitate to ask these people, you guys. It is not up to you whether or not someone wants to join your team. It's up to them. And if you don't ask them, you're only being selfish to them. You're being selfish about their decision. You don't know what they're going to say. You don't know how this opportunity could bless them. So I'm kicking myself in the foot because I'm like, she was looking for something. She was looking for a side hustle. She was looking for something. And Scentsy could have been that thing, but I didn't ask. But somebody from Norwex did. Now, maybe Scentsy wouldn't have been her thing. Maybe she would have said no. I don't know. Maybe Norwex is a better fit for her, but I just know she's obsessed with all of her Scentsy stuff. She keeps ordering from me, and now she will. I said, all right, great. Well, I'm just going to keep spoiling you like a VIP. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, Beth, you need to ask these people. I forget, and I'm not practicing what I preach. So that taught me a really good lesson. So don't hesitate to ask people when you have that feeling, and because they could join someone else or a different company very easily. Let's see, I already talked about all this stuff. Another idea for parties too, and I know Heather's done some of these and maybe she can speak on it too. So let me know if you want to jump in, Heather, just unmute yourself. But another party idea, if you guys are struggling with, getting people to just want to do the classic party, you could theme them too, like spa parties or flower parties, stuff like that. People have been successful with those as well. So that's another idea that you could do. I don't know if you want to jump in on that, Heather, or not.
Yeah, so one thing that I find is really successful in my world is I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't party a lot. Like I party to build my network, I suppose. I probably do a couple parties a month, and consistently for the last year I get over 2,000 PRV each month. And that's solely based off of working my VIP page. But my VIP page is more than just a social media to me. It's more of a community where these girls have become friends with one another. So I've developed this niche party where I do a craft party, and they pay a certain amount of money. So my last one was a gnome party. We made sock gnomes for Christmas, and we put a scent pack inside of the gnome to make it like a scentsy sock gnome. And they paid, I believe, $30. They left with $26 in Scentsy. Or I think they paid 35. Yeah, because they paid $10 for like the craft itself, and then they had like $26 in Scentsy. And I get the price down by using rewards for parties. So just remember that you can do that as well. But they left with all of that, a sock gnome. They came here for an experience. And prior to COVID, my plan was to do one of those monthly and I hosted at my house. COVID's kind of put a damper on there. So I don't have them monthly. I have them when COVID's not so crazy at the moment. And then I usually do it COVID friendly. So everything's packaged individually and whatnot. So I'm still trying to make it work. I think now that cases are rising again, I hear we'll probably do it by mail and do them virtually. So that's also another option. So getting creative with your community that you've developed in your Facebook group is definitely another way to go if nobody's wanting to book parties for themselves. That's all I have.
Love that. That's awesome. So I will open it up in just a minute, but I just want to end with, if you feel like right now you're missing the mark on something, you're like, this is where I need to improve. This is what I need to do. I need to book more parties. I need to grow my team. I need to do this. What are you going to do to get to that improvement? What are you going to do to make that improvement? And I'd love for you guys to think about that and maybe post it on the team page in the next week or so. But that kind of leads us into a new little program that the directors and I came up with, which we're super excited. So starting on Sunday, which I know it's Super Bowl Sunday, don't worry, you're not gonna have to do anything on Sunday. It's just gonna be like kind of the start of this. We're gonna go through a 3-week challenge, and we're gonna call it Back to Basics, because with all of this stuff that we're talking about right now, you maybe need to go back to basics. Maybe you need to go back to focusing on talking to people, getting PRV, getting the parties, sponsoring, self-care. Those are the 3 legs of success, as Scentsy calls it. The 3 legs of success: PRV, sponsoring, self-care. Those are the 3 things you need to make your business run. So we're going to focus on those 3 things in 3 weeks. We're going to focus on week 1, parties/PRV, week 2, sponsoring, and week 3, self-care. We're going to have a group, a Facebook group, and every Sunday we're going to come up with some kind of a challenge for you for the week. There's not going to be homework. You're not going to have to like, I mean, we want you to be accountable. We want you to participate, but you don't have to like do homework and, you know, comment all this stuff to stay on the page or anything like that. And then we're going to utilize our Tuesday nights as the training to talk about that challenge, talk about the things that we can do in the coming week to complete the challenge and what we're going to do to make it work. Okay, brainstorm with each other. And then you'll see lives from the directors on the group page. You'll see posts from us. Interact as much as you want to. We'd love to just have it be like a super active group where we can have some fun together and just do a really nice 3-week challenge. And it works out well because it ends literally at the end of February. And don't worry, there's prizes. So we came up with the idea where we're going to do anyone who sponsors someone or who gets active will get a prize for sure. If you sponsor someone that gets active in February, you will win something. Okay. If you have a $2,000 month, you will win something. If you have a $1,000 or more month, you will be put in a drawing to win one of these. This is one of those really cute bags from Scentsy Success, and it's got all of the little like plastic baggies in it with our, oh, there it is. It's got the, like the little, you know, logo of the fragrance family. I will say it doesn't work so well with the fruity family, the fresh family, or the floral family in the summertime because they don't all fit. So, but the best part about this bag, you can still put them in Ziploc bags and just keep using this bag because it's a super cute bag. It's insulated. So you've got a really nice portable bag to carry your stuff around so your testers aren't going to melt in the heat of the summer. Okay. So again, you sponsor someone who gets active. They just have to be active, 200 PRV. You will win something. You have a 2K month, you will win something. You have 1,000 to 1,999. You will be put in a drawing to, did I say 1,900? Yeah, that makes sense. You'll be put, my math. You'll be put in a drawing to win that cool bag. So what do you guys think? Does that sound fun? Unmute yourselves.
By the way, all those testers will fit in that bag. You just have to stack them in there.
They
Yeah.
do?
Yep. You got to
Yes.
put them in a certain way.
Yeah.
That's too much work. I feel like I tried to do that and I still couldn't get them to fit.
You have to put them in rows.
Yep.
On their side, right?
A bit bigger though.
Yeah. On their side, you got to, yeah.
I'm at 637 PRV, so I'm looking for that draw.
All right.
Ooh, Esther.
Esther, I have a feeling you're just going to automatically get a prize with the 2K month this month.
I hope so. I got 2 parties going. I'm at 637 right now.
Yeah,
I'll work it.
you
If
got
I
it.
got to show a
Yeah,
boob or
girl.
something, I will.
You might get 2,000.
Heck yeah. Should I quit recording? So I was going to put this on YouTube. and
Yeah, I was going to say you should probably stop recording, but I didn't want to be that person.